How to use Fiverr for Freelancing 2023 Full Fiverr Beginner's Guide. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great and are having an amazing and spectacular day. And in this tutorial, we're going to be discussing about the best freelancing site, and it's called Fiverr. Now, you have most definitely heard about Fiverr. So we're going to be going into great detail, and it's going to be a very informational video. So please make sure to watch it till the end and listen to everything that I have to say to you. And if you do that properly, then I guarantee you that by the end of this video, you're gonna properly know how you can do your work on Fiverr and make money off of it. So let's get into this guide. So first of all, obviously, we're gonna get into the main Fiverr.com website. So yes, this is the Fiverr.com website, and as you can see, it has a very nice user-friendly interface. And as soon as we straight up get into their website, we can see there's a lot of things going on, like find the perfect freelance services for your business. Before, Fiverr used to be a lot like Upwork. Upwork is also a great freelancing platform, and in Upwork, basically some client will put up a job and you will have to find that job for yourself, and then you're gonna send them a request telling them your qualifications. But nowadays, what Fiverr does is it tells you to make your own gig, and then a client will approach you. So this is what's different about Fiverr. And trust me, in Fiverr, there is so much variety and so much quantity of work. Like, there is endless spaces and categories of work. You can be good at anything. Go from media to accountings to finance to anything, like literally anything. You can be good at anything. Just like me, look at me. I'm doing voiceovers and making videos, and this is a job. So you can do anything, and that will be found on Fiverr. So we're going to be discussing all of that in great detail and depth. And as you can see, Fiverr is trusted by one of the most top companies ever, like Facebook, Google, Netflix, PayPal, and much, much more. So if we come down here, we can see that popular professional services on Fiverr are things like logo design, WordPress, voiceovers, what I'm doing right now, video explaining, social media. If we go forward, we can see unlock growth online with SEOs, illustrations, translation, and much, much more. So we're going to be getting into that later in the video. And we can see that Fiverr gives you freelancing at your fingertips, the best for every budget, quality work done quickly, protected payments every time, and 24/7 support. We can also explore the Fiverr marketplace. It has graphic designs, digital marketing, writing and translations, video animations, music and audio, programming and tech, business, lifestyle, data, photography, and much, much more. There's also the new Fiverr business solution that they just launched recently, and it's a business solution designed for teams. Like, basically, if you're in a big business or a large scale team, then Fiverr business is for you. And they've just launched new different things. There's also guides to get yourself started, so you can go through that as well if you want to later on. So basically, if I summarize it all, if you work remotely and know how to make money on Fiverr, your earning potential is, I'm not saying this lightly, your earning potential is endless. With Fiverr, you can travel anywhere you want in the world while putting your skills to use and, of course, get paid. Like, despite what you think, you can earn way more than $5 a job with Fiverr. Some freelancers over here are paid, like these freelancers you see in front of you. These freelancers are paid hundreds and even thousands of dollars. So as you can see, Fiverr's infamous $5 reputation is thankfully long gone. So yeah, basically, let's just get started, and I'm going to show you the whole sign up process and how you can, get yourself into it. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on join. Now, it depends if you want to join as, obviously, if you just go on join, what's going to happen is you're going to join as a client. You're going to join Fiverr as a client, but we don't want that. We don't want to be a client. We want to be a seller. So for that, we're going to go on become a seller. Now, once you go and become a seller, here you're going to see different freelance community people. Like, you can tell them if you're a designer, developer, writer, whatever. And over here, you can see a gig is bought every 4 seconds. Transactions are 50 million plus, and price range can go from $5 to up to $10,000. How crazy is that? So we're going to click on become a seller, and here they say join Fiverr. So from here on out, you can start joining your Fiverr. Now, right now, I'm going to be using a temporary email, as you can see, but I recommend you to use your proper email if you're really getting into this Fiverr business. So I'm going to copy this email. I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going to click on continue. So choose a username. You can choose any username for yourself. Like I'm going to keep my name. And then you can choose a password for yourself. Just make sure to have a strong password. We don't want anyone hacking our account. And there we go. So that has successfully made your account. Now, once you've done this, Fiverr is going to ask you to verify yourself to properly activate your account. So just go to your email right over here. And here it says Fiverr, activate your new account. So here we go. Now we just activate our account, and once we've activated it, look at that. We're gonna come straight to this main page where it says account successfully activated. Hey, this is a great time to edit your profile. Now we're gonna be getting into that in a short while. First of all, let me tell you this whole interface and let me guide you through it all. So basically, this is your main Fiverr dashboard. This is where you can see other people's gigs, and this is where you're gonna upload your very own gig. Now, before getting into gigs, let me just clarify again what Fiverr really is. To put it simply, Fiverr is an online marketplace that offers a wide variety of services, tasks, and mini jobs. So on the site, as you can see, you will find millions of gigs for every type of skill, whether you're a designer, developer, lawyer, or even a musician. Fiverr has always something up your alley. So as you see, I keep using the word gigs. So basically, Fiverr, the offered services are referred to as gigs in Fiverr, and most of them, or many of them, just start at $5 each. So it obviously depends on the rating of your, account, like how many reviews you get. Like look at these people. They are properly Fiverr verified pros. So they have full 5 stars, and obviously they cost you. In my fiat currency, this is, you could say, about $300. So yeah, this person, he is writing you a German Amazon listing and SEO, and he has taken around $250 to $300 for it. So obviously, as your rating goes up, you can increase your gigs money, and yeah, we're going to be getting into a lot of that. So how does Fiverr work for a seller? If you are a freelancer looking for work, then you are what Fiverr considers a seller, as we just saw. A seller can list any type of service they want, along with how much they would like to be paid. Your chances of being hired depend on your experience in your industry and your experience on Fiverr, obviously. And it's a two-way communication platform, which means both buyers and sellers have the opportunity to find each other. A buyer can either browse through the profiles of sellers that meet their requirements, or a seller can look through buyers' requests for tasks that match their skills. So to get started, obviously, we registered for a new account. Now, what we need to do is we need to create ourselves a seller profile. Now, do remember this. To attract audiences and to make money and to be successful on Fiverr, your profile is perhaps the most important way to get a job on Fiverr. It's your opportunity to showcase your experience, skills, and history to buyers. Essentially, you need to sell yourself with your profile. This is the first thing buyers see when deciding who to hire, so do make sure that you have a good first impression. So basically, to make your profile well, what you're going to do is you're going to come here and make sure that you're a seller. So you're going to go to the Become a Seller tab, and from here you're going to go and become a seller. Ready to start selling on Fiverr? Here's the breakdown. Learn what makes a successful profile, as I just told you. Create your seller profile and then publish your gig. We're going to be going through all of these simple steps. What makes a successful Fiverr profile? Your first impression matters, as I just told you. Take your time in creating your profile so it's as exactly and as good as you want it to be. Add credibility by linking out your relevant professional networks. Accurately describe your professional skills to help you get more work. Put a face to your name. Upload a profile picture that clearly shows your face. And to keep our community secure, we may ask you to verify your ID. Now, they say, let's talk about the thing you want to steer clear of. Providing any misleading or inaccurate information about your identity, opening duplicate accounts, soliciting other community members for work, and requesting to take communication and payment outside of Fiverr. These are the things you can't do, because obviously these will get you ultimately banned. So now that we're here, you're obviously gonna set your first name and your last name. Then you're gonna add a profile picture for yourself. Now, right now, I'm just gonna use a random photo. But you remember, you do need to use your own profile picture. It could just be an avatar or a Bitmoji. You don't really need to put your real life photo, but do remember to keep a photo. You can't just keep it blank. I'm just gonna use that for now. It doesn't really matter. Now, the description for your account matters a lot. Like, I can't stress on this matter hard enough. The description and the skills you put up. These are the things that people read on your account. And trust me, you need these to be perfect. Like, I am not joking. You need these to be perfect because people are going to read them. And if they don't like what they're reading, they're going to click away instantly. So please do make sure your description is flawless and your skill sets are also flawless. Now, do know this, to help yourself with your description, if like you're not very good at writing descriptive things or anything, don't worry, I have got you covered. I would recommend writing it yourself. I just say writing it for yourself. But if you're not very good at it, there's a great software that's going on nowadays, and it's called ChatGPT. So what you can do is you're going to go ahead to this AI bot. ChatGPT is a great AI bot that you can use to do anything for yourself, essentially. So you're going to go to this AI bot, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to its type chat bar down here, and we're just going to remove everything. Now, once you're loaded up into the ChatGPT chat box, all you need to do is you're going to come here, and you're going to see that this is obviously a Fiverr profile description, and they say share a bit about your work experience, cool projects you've completed, and your area of expertise. So you're just going to write, hi, can you write me a very, let's say, formal and professional Fiverr profile description? And you can tell him or tell the bot what your expertise are. I have major expertise in, let's say, video and photo editing. Now, just enter that. And once you do that, look at this. It has started writing your Fiverr description, and you're just going to wait for it to write it for you. Now, this is only recommended if you're not a very good writer. But I would fully recommend that you write this by yourself, because I would do it by myself. But if you don't really want to do it, you can just use ChatGPT. And look at that. It says, welcome to my Fiverr profile. I am a highly experienced and skilled professional in the field of video and photo editing. With years of experience and keen eye for detail, I am able to deliver high quality, polished professional. And just pause the video and read all of this and look at how formal and cool it has made your description. And from here on out, all you need to do, you're going to copy it. And once you copy it, you're just going to come and paste it over here. And just make sure that you didn't cut anything out. If you did, you've probably reached the limit. So you're just going to do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Here is your description. And again, write it yourself. But if you can't, then just use ChatGPT as I just showed you. But yeah, until then you're going to select your language. So just select whatever language you're in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select English for myself. If you can't find it, just search it out. You're going to find it here. Language level, choose your level. I'm just going to choose native and bilingual, and you can add more languages if you have any. So once you do, you're just going to click on continue. Here, you're going to tell them your occupation. Obviously, we told them we're good at editing. So you can select your occupation. First, it's video and animation, and then you can add more occupations with, let's say, if your photo editing is with digital marketing or graphic design, I'm just going to go with graphic designing. You can tell them how long you've been editing. Now, I wouldn't exactly say to over-exaggerate it, but do exaggerate it a bit because you do have to tell them how experienced you are. So just exaggerate it a bit. Like if you started in 2015, I'd say push it back like 5 years. So exaggerate it a bit. That's the key to be a successful person on Fiverr. But do remember, if you're exaggerating it, you do need to look like a person who has been doing your work for this many years, and you do have to do a very good, experienced, quality work. So choose 2 to 5 of your best skills in video and animation. So you could say lyric and video, visual effects, maybe character animation, logo animation, short video ads, video editing. You can choose any of these. And again, as I said, stretch it as much as you can. So we're going to do that. Choose 2 to 5 of your best that you do in graphics design. You can do game design, you can do presentation design, Photoshop editing, graphics for streamers, character modeling, and much, much more. Now, this is also, again, just as important as your description. List the skills related to the services you're offering and add your experience level. Now, please make sure to list as many skills as you can. So Photoshop, let's say you use Photoshop design or Photoshop editing, experience level, make sure that you add the correct one. But again, you can exaggerate a bit over here as well if you want to. Or you could say voiceovers if you're doing voiceovers. So you're going to do voiceovers, experience level, expert, and just keep adding as many as you can. Like, just add as many skills as you have. Like, I am not joking. Add as many as you can and make sure the level is expert on everyone. Don't keep a beginner, intermediate, because obviously no one would want to, take work from a beginner. So again, add as many as you can. Then you're just going to add your education and stuff. This isn't really important, but I guess some people just care about what education you've gotten, so you can put that in if you want to. And then finally, they're going to ask you if you have your own professional website. If you don't, these 3 are not really, you don't really need to add these. The main things are your occupation and skills. So once you've added them, you're going to click on continue. Now you're going to come to this page where it's going to ask you for your linked accounts. Taking the time to verify and link your accounts can upgrade your credibility and help us provide you with more businesses. Don't worry, your information is always and will remain private. So your social presence. Now you could connect your Google account, your Facebook account, Twitter, or our professional presence with our Dribbble or Vimeo. But if you don't have any, you can just click on continue, or if you just don't want to. And then here's your account security. Now, I just recommend doing this because this is in form of a 2-factor authorization. In case, I hope not, but in case your account gets hacked, the Fiverr people can use these to recover your account. So I just recommend putting that in. If you don't, that's totally on you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, Fiverr says that a minimum completion rate of 65% is required to continue. Your seller profile is off to a great start. Take a moment to complete the following steps. So you need to connect your social networks, confirm your phone number. These aren't important, but they need at least a 65%. So I'm just going to complete all of them and get right back to you. Now, once you're done properly setting up and verifying your account, it says your seller profile is all set. Now go ahead and create your first gig to start selling your services. You can edit your profile information anytime. So we're just going to go on create your first gig. Now we are here on our first gig, and here is where we're going to start doing the magic and earn money. Now, as we saw that we have now a descriptive profile. So now that we have that, you will want to create a gig to share with potential buyers. So you'll need to provide information on your services, requirements, and what you will change. So think of the Fiverr gig as your job description. After reading your profile, a buyer will look through your gig to see if you are a good fit for their project. So basically, just make sure that you do have a good gig, and trust me, you would want to do it in a good field. The top 10 job categories on Fiverr right now are let's say the website development jobs, which I'm going to show you right now. So if we were to go on website development, so look at this. Website development is very pricey. One person is charging you at least $600 to be a full stack web developer. Designing and building a website is arguably one of the highest paid jobs on Fiverr. Although you will find different offers for website concepts, design, and coding, you will make more money if you are able to do all 3. Particularly e-commerce website designs is in high demand. And as you can see, buyers are specifically looking for sellers who can build on all platforms such as WordPress, Squarespace, and Shopify. Now, this is one niche that you can follow. Then there's also another niche, and that is obviously the most famous niche nowadays, graphic design. And graphic design on Fiverr, there is no shortage of graphic design offers available. It remains one of the most popular categories on the site with over 11,000 available gigs. How crazy is that? Whether you specialize in t-shirt, logo, or business card designs, you shouldn't have a problem finding a graphic design gig on Fiverr. Like, look at this. You can see tons and tons of them, and people do ask a good amount of money for this. So yeah, this is also a great niche that you can follow. Then there comes copywriting. If you don't know what copywriting is just content writing or maybe writing copyrights for you. And you don't have to be a tech whiz to make money on Fiverr. If you're a wordsmith, you too can, extract money by offering your copywriting services to buyers. There are plenty of writing gigs available, especially when it comes to copywriting. For example, I found listings that paid product review writers, bloggers, and even ebook authors. So look at this. This is quite a lot of money for just writing something. So this man says, I will be your sales copywriter, and he's charging around $300 for that. How crazy. And then another niche, if we were to discuss about it, is video marketing. Now, if you don't know what video marketing is, basically it's videos that are promotional or, they being a brand ambassador through a video. And calling all aspiring directors, video marketing is one of the highest paying channels across all types of Fiverr niches and gigs. In fact, the demand for these types of services grew more than 100% over the last few years, which makes it a lucrative option for those with video experience. Options include training videos, short animations, and advertisements, as I just told you. There's also a big market for businesses trying to grow their social media efforts. You will find gigs looking for YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook video services. So yeah, that's a great thing to do as well. Now, and this is a pretty unorthodox one, you don't find this a lot, but translation services. Translation services can pay you up to $100 till $1,000 per gig. And look at these people. They say, I will provide top quality English to Japanese. I will translate English to Spanish. I will professionally translate English to Korean. And they're making a decent amount of this man or this lady says, I will translate your website from Italian to English. So if you can speak more than one language, you can easily make extra cash by translating documents for other people. Businesses are eagerly looking for multilingual sellers who can translate different documents and articles. Along the same lines, you can also find buyers looking to learn a new language on Fiverr. If you have the patience for teaching, you can put those language skills to very good use. There are a lot of eager students willing to pay for a private language tutor, as we all know. Now, another great niche would be social media marketing. So, you obviously know what social media marketing is. You are basically being promotional or doing promos for someone on social media. And look at the money. 44,000 rupees. In my fiat currency, in dollars, this would be around $200. This is also $200. This would be $300. And yeah, it just keeps going up. Look at that. That's around $1,000. How crazy. So all these people are doing is just being your professional social media marketing manager. And the demand for strategic social media marketing is on the rise, as we can clearly see. Depending on your experience, you can make quite a bit of money by sharing your knowledge with growing businesses. Buyers are looking for everything from ad campaign creations and optimization to strategy and audience research. And sometimes they might need someone to manage their social media profiles on their behalf. And social media marketing gigs pay from $50 to up to, as you can see, $2,000, which is crazy. That's a lot of money for just being a marketing manager. Now, let's discuss another great niche, which is influencer marketing. Now, influencer marketing is basically if you have a hefty social media following yourself, you can make large amounts of cash with little effort. There are many businesses and individuals who are willing to pay you to promote their brand through your social media channels, basically. The price will depend on the number of followers you have, as well as how many times you post or shout out to their brand. So yeah, this is also a great niche, and you can see a lot of people charge a lot of money for this. Then the most famous one nowadays, which I am doing as well, are voiceovers. And even though they don't pay much, like 1 gig pays like 10 to 20, but if you're like a very good and experienced voiceover artist, you can make up to $500 per gig. And voiceover is a very popular gig, even for those without a lot of experience. All you need is a clear speaking voice in order to find a different variety of gigs and just a very fluent and good accent. And believe me, there are tons of gigs on Fiverr for every type of voice. American accent, British accent, male, female, heavy voice, light voice, you name it. Then obviously there's illustrations and virtual assistant. Those are also pretty good paying jobs. But yeah, the top three in terms of like making money, when like the top three categories, if I were to tell you personally, are website development, graphic design, and copywriting, because these three pay you the most when it comes to gigs. So yeah, before starting on Fiverr, just make sure that you make your mindset on these gigs. And even if you don't know these things, you can just learn them by sitting at home. It's really simple and really easy. So now that we've discussed that, let's go ahead and make ourselves a nice gig. So for that, we're going to go on our profile. Now, once we're on our profile, we can go ahead and preview our Fiverr profile just to see what it looks like. So here we go. There's our name. There's our profile picture. Here is our nice description. Here is the languages that we put in, our linked accounts. Here are your skills. And do remember to add as many skills as you can. I can't emphasize on that enough. Please add as many as you can. Then we're going to go back to profile. Once you go back to profile, here's what you can do. You can link more accounts over here, put more skills, put more certifications, and much, much more. But we are here to create ourselves a nice old gig. So let's go on create a gig, and I'm just gonna go ahead and reload this because we're gonna be alternating these pages and showing other gigs to you as well. I'm just gonna go on Fiverr and I'm gonna say here, okay, so gig title. This is just gonna be a short title, and over here you're gonna tell someone what you're gonna do for them. So let's say you choose to be a graphic designer and you want to do graphic design. So this gig of yours, this specific gig, is obviously you're gonna do some, let's say you're gonna design, let's say a collage. So I will design a collage for you using the best, let's say, LUT and editors. I will also use good colors. Now obviously you can see it's not fitting in, so just keep it as limited as you can, but do make sure that it attracts the user. Now this isn't the most attractive, but just make sure that it looks good. So once you do that, then you're gonna come to category. One more thing, if you want a good gig title, just use ChatGPT if you want. Like I told you about that, and it's amazing. It can give you good gig titles. Now in category, you can choose the category and subcategory that's most suitable for your gig. So obviously we're into graphic and design. So as you can see, we put in a design and they just gave us our suggested categories automatically. So graphic and design, select a subcategory, and your subcategory can be obviously image editing. So we're just gonna go ahead, there we go, image editing, there we go. And once you do that, you're gonna select your service type. So it could be product image editing, photo manipulation, portraits retouching, photo restoration, whatever you want. So we're just gonna go with product image editing. And then on gig metadata, you can see that there are types. So choose the type of image editing you specialize in. So it could be background removal, or you can just choose multiple of these if you want. You can just choose all of them, but make sure to choose the ones that you work best with. So I'll go with background removal, I'll go with color change, and I'll go with retouching. So then you go on purpose, choose the niche that you edit product images for. Now it could be e-commerce, it could be brand, it could be marketing, brand, social media, WhatsApp, whatever you want. So I'm gonna go with e-commerce, And I'm gonna go with social media. And then finally, you're going to go on platform. If the main service you offer in your gig is product image editing for e-commerce, choose the platform that you specialize in. So it could be any one of these. It could be eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Amazon. Most preferably, if you work on Shopify, do that and put it here because people go crazy for someone who works on Shopify. So just do that. And then obviously you're going to put in your search tags. Now, if you don't know how to get good search tags, you can just go on Fiverr tag generator. And once you go on the Fiverr tag generator, just go over here and we're just going to get Fiverr tags to quickly increase visibility of your gigs on Fiverr. So you can tell them what you do. So you're going to write graphic design and look at that. Graphic design, professional graphic designer, you can just copy all of these and you can one by one start pasting them over here. So there we go. There's one, there's two. Make sure to add spaces in between them. I'm gonna add the one. There we go. Press enter. I'm gonna add the second one. Press enter. And you're just gonna add more motion graphic design. Now, don't worry if it doesn't match your work ethic because all you need to do is you're gonna add tags. Basically are things that will show up on your, let's say, user's page, and you can add as many tags as you want. Like 5 is the minimum amount. So then once you've done all of this, you're gonna just go ahead and click on save and continue. Now, before going ahead, let me just give you a good tip for being successful on Fiverr. Your gig title and category and all of this matters a lot. And to, get some good inspiration, what you can do is you're going to go to the main Shopify page. You're going to come up here and you're going to go on graphics and design tab. And once you do that, you're going to go to what you do. So let's say in graphic and design, you're into image editing. There we go. Once you go here, look at this. Now you're going to go to the top rated users and you're going to go and see what they have used. So here we can see this is a pro verified. I will professionally retouch your photo in Photoshop. So you can see it's a very simple title, but it's pretty straightforward. Like it tells you straight away that yes, I will be doing this for you using this. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but it's something that attracts the user. Like that, okay, this person will do this for me. And do know this, that you're also gonna need to add images. We're gonna be getting into that in a few, but yeah, take inspiration from these people. Like look at their title, come down here and look at all the settings they've used, like what category they're in, what tags they've used. Look, this is their profile description. Like, hi, I'm a Ukrainian professional photographer, professional photo retoucher. I work as a professional commercial fashion and portrait photographer, food photo, and content creating for your business. I'm also interested in a healthy lifestyle and healthy eating. Like, it's a pretty decent description, and it's not too formal, not too informal. It's just the perfect touch. And then here you can also see pro is verified in all these things. So these are all the skills. And as I said, how much I emphasize on the skills. So this is the description of the gig. And this is also the most important thing there because your description for the gig matters a lot. So I'm not saying exactly copy what this user is doing, but do take a good inspiration from this. So once you take a good inspiration, you're just going to click on save and continue. So once you've done that, click on save and continue and go ahead. So just make sure that you're with the settings. You're going to save and continue and save your gig. Come up here. Now comes the pricings. Now this is also a pretty crucial step because in this step is where obviously the users are going to see if you're actually worth it, if the work is actually worth it, because obviously you're a beginner now with 0 reviews and 0 stars. So you're going to keep the money on the low. And there's 3 different packages, the basic, standard, and premium. So as we can see over here, this is a professional verified by Fiverr. Their basic package is 24,000 rupees, which is around $150. So $150 on basic. Then their standard package this should be around, if I'm not mistaken, $300. and their premium is for almost, like, if I'm not mistaken, this is almost $500 to $600. So obviously they keep doubling the price. So this was 150, this is 300, so this is almost 600. And obviously with everything that goes up, their work ethic increases as well. So in the basic, you can only ask them to do 5 photos for you with high quality retouch and 2 revisions only. In standard, you can see the user offers 15 photos, high quality retouch, and printable resolution file with commercial use. Like in basic, you can't have commercial use. Like you can't commercially use it to, let's say you can't do it for your brand or something. Like you can't put ads upon it. If you do, this user will just put a copyright on you. But in the standard bundle, you can use it for commercial. And in premium, obviously, in 2 days, this user will return 30 photos with high quality retouch, and you can as well use it for commercial use as well. So according to this, I'm not saying keep this exact price and work, but obviously according to this, keep your pricings. So let's say you're just starting off. So I'm gonna go with first of all, name your package. You're a graphic designer, right? So name your package as like we're gonna come here, you're gonna see what their package is called. So it's just basic, standard, premium. So name this basic. You're gonna come here, you're gonna name the second one standard and the third one premium. It depends on you. Like you don't necessarily have to keep these names, but yeah, just name it whatever like seems more appropriate or more attractive. For now, I'm just gonna name it basic, standard, premium, but you can name it anything you want. Then obviously comes the description. Now description is also very important for each package, because if we go here and with each package, as you can see, if I go on standard or premium, the description down here changes a bit. Or if we go and compare packages, look at that. As you can see, this user also called it basic, standard, premium, and everything has a different description. So 5 photos, high quality, 15 or 30. And you can see this is their description. So just keep a good description. And obviously set the delivery time. As you can see, this user has set the delivery time to basic as 1 day, standard is 2 day, and premium 2 day as well. So just keep a good delivery time. Now revisions is the number of, like, if the user wants to revise the offer. So you can keep number of revisions, and these are obviously the number of images you're gonna edit. So here you can see in basic, you can get 5 edited, in standard you can get 15, and in premium you can get 30 edited. So you get the point and you get what it's all about. And then you can also ask for the source file. Like you can send the user the source file if they want to edit it, and you can also guarantee them that yes, you're gonna get some high quality work. You can tell them if they have commercial use, like this person over here. And then obviously finally you're gonna set your price. And once you do that, here is Shutterstock Media. Buyers search for packages with stock media. Now you can add it here. Select the type of quantity of licensed media you want to add to this gig. So basically this is licensed media, and you're obviously going to need to add this as well. And then obviously here are extra services for extra money. Obviously these are extra charges, and this user has also added, look at that, these are your extra services. So for more extra service, they're going to ask more money from you. So that is basically what the whole money thing is for your gigs. So once you've done all of this, what you're gonna do is, I'm just gonna keep something random over here just to like move forward. Now, once you move forward from your pricing page, you're gonna come up to your descriptions and FAQ page. So over here, this is also very crucial and extremely important, because if we were to come here, look at this. This is the user's description about their gig, and look at that. Hi, I'm a professional retoucher from Ukraine. This is their main description. Here they have given description for the gig, and look at all the services and the reasons they've given and what it's suitable for and everything. And again, you can just use ChatGPT for your description. So make sure that you have a nice description, because when the user comes to your gig, they're going to read your description and they're going to want to think that, okay, yes, this person looks like the real deal and I want my work to be done by this user. So that's what should, click in their brain. They don't want to think that, oh no, this seems pretty informal, I don't really want this user to do my work. So just make sure to have a good description. So for now, I'm just gonna add something. I'm just gonna add gibberish to like continue, but you just need to add a good description, trust me. Now once you've added a good description, just go on continue. And okay, yeah, make sure that the description is actually 120 characters long. If it's under that, they're not really gonna let you go ahead. So just save and continue. And now what's going to happen is you're going to come to your requirements. So get all the information you need from the buyers to get started. Now this is important because this section is totally for you. Now, obviously, you can just ask the user, like the user can just say, okay, do something for me. And you're not just going to do it like that. You're going to need some requirements. You're going to need to know what the user wants. You're going to want to fulfill the user's requirements. So get all the information you need from the buyers to get started. So here they say multiple choice. Is this order for personal use, business use, or a side project? This is the Fiverr question that Fiverr asks. Which industry do you work in? What are you looking for to achieve with this order? Now, if you want to ask questions, it could be like, let's say, what type of color scheming do you want? You could do that. Get in form of free text. And let's say you can also ask, what is the best resolution that I can export this for you? Do that. And then you can just ask more questions and ask as many as you can, because you're obviously going to need to fulfill your requirements. So just make sure that you ask as many questions as you can, because it's better to, like know a lot than to know nothing. So how to get most from your gig image. Success begins with a great gig image. And yes, that is true. You need to have a very good gig image. And this is their recommended image size. You can resize the image, change the image quality, and it should be extremely relevant to your gig. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and choose a random picture from pexels.com. But what you need to do is you're going to need to add a very relevant picture to your gig. So just make sure that it's relevant. Don't just add random pictures like me. I'm just downloading random pics to add. So yeah, up to 3 images. So I'm just gonna drag and drop this. I'm gonna drag and drop this, and I'm gonna drag and drop this. But again, do make sure that your image is completely relevant to the situation. If it's not relevant, then don't add it, because then it just wouldn't make sense. Now you also have to add one video to capture the buyer's attention, and it should be at least one or only one. It doesn't really matter. So you can just go and search free stock videos if you don't really have any video, but do remember to add a video later. Like, don't just keep it like totally empty, because if you do that, then I think the Fiverr people will obviously see what you're doing, and they will send you, I think they send you a notice that your account isn't really created fully. So just make sure what you're doing is in the guidelines and you're doing it properly. Now, once you have your video, you're just going to upload it. So you're going to wait for it. While we wait for that, here it says documents up to 2. Show some of the best work you created in a document, PDFs only. So for that, all you need to do is you're going to go to some website like canva.com or something like that, and obviously create a very good graphic design over here, and do make sure that it's a very good graphic design. So as you can see, I have tons and tons of different projects over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on 2 of them. I'm going to open them in a new tab, and do make sure these are just random projects of mine that I did for just messing around. So don't be like me. Just make a good presentable project, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go on share. Once you go on share, you're going to go on download and file type, and over here you're just going to go for PDF print or maybe PDF standard. Doesn't really matter. So just go and download, and then you're going to download it in PDF form. Same for the other one. Download, PDF, standard, and you're going to click on download. And from there, it's going to be downloaded. And I'm just going to close my Canva just so it's not overcrowded. I'll close this. And here we are. Now you're just gonna upload the PDFs. There we go. There's one and there's the other. So here we go. Now we have fully showcased our gallery, our gig gallery, and it's totally full. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on save and continue. Just make sure to agree to the terms and save and continue. Now once you do that, you're finally gonna come up to the publish page, and here they say, let's check if you need to fill out Form W-9. Form W-9 is used in the US for tax purposes. You are required to fill it out only if you're defined as a US person. If you're not, you can just go with no and click on save. But do please make sure that you're not. If you are a US person, please do make sure to fill the form out. So congratulations, you're almost done with your gig. Before it starts selling, there's one last thing we need you to do. The security of your account is important. Therefore, we need to require all of our sellers to verify their phone numbers. So you can just go ahead and verify your phone number. And once you have properly verified that, all you need to do is you're going to back out. And once you back out, you're going to properly publish your gig. And once your gig is published, you're going to come up here. And it's going to start showing over here. It's not necessarily going to be on the top because you obviously don't have a lot of reviews or buys or like any review, in fact, because you just started. It's going to be at the bottom, but it obviously depends on the price. Like what if the person's budget is $5, which is like the minimum. So if they click on apply and it's $5, then your gig is potentially to come up at the top, because obviously you're going to keep it at the lowest of the low. And obviously it all depends on the SEO, which is the search engine optimization, and it depends on what they search. So yeah, to make sure that you come up great in this SEO, just make sure that you have a good like gig and everything. So here you are. This is going to be your seller's profile, where this is going to be your dashboard. This is your main dashboard where you're going to have an inbox rate and everything. Here are more things like 3 steps to become a top seller. You can share your gigs, get more skills and exposure, become a successful seller. To do all of these things, you obviously will have to do a bit of marketing for your gig. You're going to share them around. You're going to maybe do some affiliation, and just make sure that your gig looks very attractive, because obviously no one wants to come to a gig that looks like, oh, some 10-year-old just made this ad online. No one would want to come to that. And then obviously in my business, you're going to see the orders you're going to get from users. They're all going to be displayed over here, and you can see your gigs. Like obviously we didn't, this is our gig, and it's not fully published because obviously I didn't fully publish it. It's draft, but this is where your gigs are going to be displayed, and this is what it's going to look like. And then obviously you're going to go to your earnings, and here is where you're going to see your payments. And obviously to withdraw your payments, you're just going to go and withdraw balance, and there are different payment methods as well. You can either do it through Pioneer or PayPal. So it totally depends on you, and it's very easy. Like the Fiverr workspace is amazing, and it just makes working and withdrawing your money much easier for you. So you can also go and check out the Fiverr workspace if you want. This is the workspace Fiverr, where you can manage your entire business with the Fiverr workspace. But obviously we're here as a solopreneur, so we're not going to get into that. And then the one final tab in your selling dashboard is the analytics section. And in the analytics section, you can see the analytics about your main Shopify page and much, much more. So yeah, that is pretty much the lot of it. Like you don't really need to know a lot more. Like you will learn along the way, because this was just a beginner's guide to Shopify. And the main basic steps of, to getting more sales on Shopify is like when figuring out how to make money, you will want to follow a few basic steps to make yourself stand out from the whole crowd that there is on Shopify. Like people like these who are pro verified and they make a lot of money. Basically, have a good profile. This should go without saying, obviously, but having a detailed and descriptive profile will take you a long way. Your profile is usually the first thing a buyer notices, so a good first impression could make or break your offer. So to make your profile even more appealing, think about uploading personal videos and much, much more that we just did. Now, also make sure to use SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, because, with thousands of gigs floating around the web, like if we were to come up here and I'm going to go to Fiverr, like as you can see, thousands of these gigs are floating around the web. You'll need to tweak yours in order to obviously, be noticed basically. So one of the biggest tricks to improve the quality of your gigs is to use search engine optimization. Your gig title should be reader and user friendly. Instead of just listing your skills, as we just discussed, write something more attractive to the buyer. So I will write 3 travel articles. Sounds much better and much descriptive than I am a blogger, writer, and traveler. So, make something more attractive. Another tip is to use repetitive keywords in your profile. If you are like, let's say, a writer, then say this throughout the description as well as in your title. By using the same keywords, you'll show up in the search results for people who look for your phrase. And there's just much more. Like you can use the Fiverr app to make better things for yourself. You can also upsell. Basically, if you're listing a gig for $5, the potential to earn more on that one transaction is high. By upselling different services, your buyers will not only be basically able to customize their orders, but you'll also earn a few extra bucks on the way. So for example, if you get hired to design a logo, you can customize additional features for the buyer to purchase. So perhaps they're willing to pay extra for multiple versions of basically colors, or maybe they want to add business card designs to their order. Either way, upselling different product options will provide your buyer with endless possibilities while earning you more money on Fiverr. Then obviously, this goes without saying, work for a 5-star rating. Like all these, like if I were to go in logo design, look at this. Most of these users almost have a 5-star rating. So work for a 5-star rating. Feedback and reviews are vital to maintaining an excellent reputation within the Fiverr community. Not only will a high rating make you more appealing to buyers, but it will also increase your visibility in the search engine. And obviously then level up as a seller, because that's the main thing. Because within the Fiverr platform, sellers have the opportunity to work up to different levels. Each level comes with various exclusive benefits to help you increase your sales on Fiverr. When you first sign up, you'll be labeled as a new seller, as we are right now. However, you should always strive to learn the highest ranking top rated seller level, which earns you a special badge. Like if I were to show you, there. This is the special badge that you'll get, and you will be listed in Fiverr promotions. So in order to increase your level with Fiverr, you'll want to complete as many jobs as possible while maintaining a high star rating, a positive response rate, and a consistent delivery time. So those are all the basics of Fiverr. And like if you're into making money, then this video was for you, and you can just get right ahead and right into it. So that was the whole basic beginner's full guide of Fiverr and how you can start freelancing and make money for yourself. Now, if this video was helpful and informational to you, please drop down a like and subscribe to the channel because it helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know that as well, and I will make more for you as soon as I can. If you have any queries or issues related to this video, please let me know that as well, and I will get back to you and help you as soon as I can. But until then, I hope you all keep having a great and spectacular day. That was all from me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.